about 35 years ago. Myself and my wife were looking to move back to Taos, and there was an opportunity because her parents or her father owned and her grandfather owned before that a sawmill here in Taos.
It's been a family business for 3 generations now. Been kind of in the yard and helping out since I was about 12 years old. As long as I could carry a stump, we were in business.
So I got started in the industry. I was actually a wildland firefighter before, and instead of going in and fighting the fires and telling people that I was sorry that they lost their home or their property and everything that they had, I decided to start my own business and do fire prevention to help prevent the fires and save property and lives and homes.
Our purpose has never changed. You know, it's about forest restoration, it's about watershed restoration, and it's about wildlife preservation.
We do a little bit of everything for the most part when it comes to the sawmill here. We do custom cuts, we do beams for some of the houses in the area. We do vigas, we do firewood.
At the sawmill, there's a lot that goes on. We bring in lumber, or trees rather, and we mill them down to make boards. We do some of the scrap for people that for fencing. We take logs and make it into usable material.
A tree is harvested probably a year in advance to keep some stockpile in the yard.
We cut the trees out in the woods. And then we come in and skid them, limb them, deck them. semi comes in, loads them up, brings them down here to the sawmill, and then we can normally get them on the sawmill within a day or two. So the whole process, maybe a week.
It's changed quite a bit. 35 years ago when we first started, we did a lot of stuff by horse. So we actually would skid with a horse. We actually load trucks with a horse. And now it's mechanized.
We work kind of hand in hand with the Forest Service, and we'll go in, we'll do thinning projects. It lets it go so you can get some of the smaller trees, gets a chance to really flourish, clears some of the ground, increases habitat for wildlife, and kind of decreases fire intensity for when it does happen.
What we like to do and look at is restoring the forest rather than just cutting all the nice pretty trees for logging. We actually go in and look at damaged trees and we take those out, something that's genetically not good if it's got a fork in it. And we restore it for the animals, we restore meadows, for the health of the trees that we leave. So we're very selective on what we actually take and what we leave. We will leave large old trees on purpose so they can reseed.
We want our community to be prosperous, so we want to make sure that our forests are healthy, because we have healthy forests, we have healthy watersheds, we have a healthy community. A tree only has a certain lifespan, and after that certain lifespan it just falls, it becomes a fire hazard. And so at a certain point you have to be able to log, or you have to remove those trees that are beyond their lifespan.
If it's not taken care of, we've seen areas where if we don't take care of it, Mother Nature's going to do her job, and she's going to take care of it in a lot more of a devastation than we could ever imagine.
This area was not a thinning project or a cutting project or a logging job that we did. We did not select these trees. Mother Nature did. So 2 years ago in December, we had a snow squall that came in and high winds and completely devastated the area. A lot of trees were uprooted and broken, and this is kind of what's left. So we've been able and we've been allowed to come in through private property with contracts and part of the Forest Service to come in and actually take out some of the trees that were down to help with the fires, so that the material doesn't go from standing to on the ground, which now creates a whole new fire hazard.
Fire was one of the biggest mitigators of healthy forests, and now we put out fires instead of letting fires burn, because more and more people have moved to those areas. Our forests around the area continue to need work. You know, we just had a huge catastrophic fire in the Mora area, Las Vegas area, the Sipapu area. And and as you go back in there, you can see the work that our forests needed. A lot of those fires the mitigation on a lot of them fires could have been helped by having some kind of work done within that forest. There's always areas where fuel breaks, so if a fire does get around, it can only spread so far before it hits a fuel break.
Our forests bring a lot to us. It's not just about the timber that comes down to make boards or firewood. It's about watersheds, it's about animals, it's about sustainability for especially communities like ours that we are in the forest. The ultimate goal is we don't look at today or tomorrow, we look at 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now. What are we leaving behind in the forest? Treating our forests and managing them is a good thing, and it's a good thing for the economy, for our communities, and it's a good thing for wildlife, it's a good thing for the forests, it's good all the way around.
Hey guys, it's Kyle from the BTS Cutting Floor. You got anything to say, Gilbert?
Nothing.
You got nothing to say? Hey Isaiah, you're on BTS. What do you got? He doesn't even know what that is. He thinks it's a band from Korea, but we keep going. All right, over and out from the BTS Cutting Floor.